Hello, everyone, and welcome to the One Conscious Love Network. I'm here with Moj. Moj and I met in Bump back in January or February of this year, and I've just been watching you grow and shed your light all over the world, and you're just so beautiful and radiating with it. So I'm really happy that you're
Mm.
here today. Moj, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell everyone how you shed your light in the world?
Well, thank you so much for having me here, Melanie. I am excited to be here. As you may be able to say, I'm traveling right now, so I'm a little bit out of my usual space of being interviewed and interview and do those kind of things. But for me to just introduce myself, my name is Moj Razmi, and I have that dash joy there because of I'm a joy advocate, that innate joy advocate. I am the founder of the Global She Circle Facebook group, and there is the She has a S/HE because originally I put She for support, harmony, and empowerment,
Mhm.
and but then over time I noticed there's a lot of really awesome masculine energy that is joining the group, and people that it was just like wow, they belong here. And at one point I did a statistics of the group, and there were 79% heart centered women and 21% courageous men. And I was like, gosh, I got to put that slash in there because it wasn't my intention originally, was not for this to be all woman group, but the she is sort of saying that. So I put a slash between the S and H, and so it is a she, he, the global she, he circle. So it's been fantastic. I have had the group since end of January, and as you can tell now, I'm on vacation. It's like a month vacation, and also I took the whole April off. So in 5.5 months, I grew the group from 200 to 10,000. So it's been fantastic journey, awesome group of people, and there's a whole lot of great conversations in the group. I am also during this vacation time, I'm also putting together a program within the group so that the group can be a space for people to come in and speak their truth so they can articulate who it is that they are and what it is that they do. And that way they can hear themselves so they can fine tune it more. And then at the cool part of it is that it's the stage that you have heart centered and like-minded people hearing you and engaging with you. So not only you get to practice that, but you also get to um, be in an alignment, impact, and also magnetize your own tribe, however you wish for it to be. If you want to grow your business with this, or if you want to grow your group with it, or if you want to start coming from service and then coming up with your own program. So there are things coming up. There are things happening in the group, which it makes it somewhat of a membership with a whole lot of privileges, which I'm really excited about. So I'm kind of like cooking things up as I'm away in a really high vibration, and I trust that it's going to be fantastic. Um, and the as far as the joy part is that for me, anything and everything I do, it has to have that element of joy in there and that element of innate joy. I'm also a speaker, so I have had done few talks, and lately they have been all around joy and that innate joy. So I wrote an ebook beginning of last year, I believe, and it was rediscovering your joy for empty nesters. And then I was contemplating ever since then. I'm like, this book can be way way bigger. And then I had talks. I had a talk a couple places, and one is at a spiritual center, Unity of our area in Palo Alto, and I titled Rediscover Your Innate Joy. And then so I had those talks, and then a few other things. So I was like, I can smell like a book coming up because there's all these things that I wanted to say. So as of July, I published a book which is called Rediscover Your Innate Joy. Rediscovering Your innate joy. Your joy is not lost. It's just waiting for you to find it, to rediscover it. It's a really cool book. I'm really proud of it. It's 10 chapters. It has it has some uh, discussions and some ways of talking about how we can unlayer, how we can sort of more of letting go and releasing rather than looking and searching and wanting, more of seeing rather than seeking. And then at the end of every chapter, I have some playtime in a sense of some maybe some meditation, some soul searching. And it's really cool because one of my mentors just put a book out too, and mine came out a little bit earlier than him, and he had his all in that sort of a format, which was another synchronicity that showed up. So I think these are like what am I up to this past year or two?
That's so
Yes.
beautiful. And certainly, I mean, it's such a transition period in parents' life, the empty nesting. I know it led me to my first tattoo. So it's definitely a transformation period. It's beautiful that you're addressing it with recognition and finding a path in the journey. That's lovely. I feel like we have to acknowledge this beautiful place that you're joining us from. Would you like to share a little bit about this beautiful holiday that you're on?
Sure. I'm on a 2 week cruise. I think we're on day 12 right now, so there's 2 more days. In the cabin, I'm with my mom. My mom was just here. She went back in. We have like that one is our suite, and we have like this little cabana that like maybe 15 cabins get to have. So as you see, there's not that many people here, so it's sort of like a sanctuary. And I'm sitting here in this really big round bench. I have my tea and my water, and that's island of Sicily that we are passing by. I don't know if you guys can see it. And then you know uh, so it's like a really cool spot. That this little kind of like not so little brown uh, station is like been my office. I've been like bringing my computer out here and getting some stuff done and doing something. So
That's
so it's
so
been
awesome. It's so
yes,
beautiful. Thank you for
yes,
sharing that.
yes,
For sharing that.
yes.
So what else is coming up in your world? How do you offer your offerings to people?
But say the last sentence again.
What are the offerings that you're focusing on these days so that people
Yeah.
are watching and want to work with you?
Yeah. So I'm naming it he, aim. And aim stands for alignment, impact, and magnetize. And the magnetize could also be monetized because, again, for me is I'm not into seeking. I'm not into looking out there to find joy, looking out there to find whatever it is that I want. Everything is within me. Everything it's already there, and all the solutions, all the ways of doing things, so for me is anything and everything we want to do. The question is to be asked from within, and that's hence is the alignment piece of it. And when we come from that piece of when we come from that alignment, then our message would be impactful. It would be impacting others because others would be like, what is that person up to? I want some of that. And then the solution for them is to go within themselves. So it's not like, yeah, follow me, everybody follow me. And that's why, my group is about you coming in and speaking your truth, uh, again, so that you hear it and then you get to articulate it better and better because I met all these people, like all these awesome people that have so much to offer, yet they don't get to do it. There's no place for them to go do it. uh, so they don't get to expand on it, they don't get to clarify it, they don't get to taste it and test it and see if that's what they really want. Because we when we want to do something, let's say, you want to learn a sport or you want to learn some art, you got to do it to know if that's your thing. I mean, you could be in love with the sport, you could be in love with a piece of equipment or, instrument, but if you don't do it, you never know if that's your thing. So that's the same thing. And when you actually pick up the piece of instrument and practice it, you're like, no, this is not my, oh yeah, or this is really what I want to do. And then from there, you get to develop your own style. And the more you practice and the more you sort of do it, it's when you hear it. I don't know, I don't like the sound. I like it this way. Like, so a whole lot of times when I interview people, at the end they tell me, I shared this thing that I've never ever shared, or I have never ever heard myself saying it this way. And that's the piece that I love, because then they can use that in their next ways of saying who they are and what it is that they do. So that's the first part for people who are in that stage, that they want to do that. Then the second part of it goes into people who are sort of showing up, but they don't have a space to show up. They can come in into the group. It's 10,000 people. It's actually the group. I'm not interviewing. I'm not bringing people in. Um, People are asking to join the group. So on an everyday basis, I have a good handful, 10, 15 people who want to join the group organically. So even though I'm on vacation, the group is still growing. So it's over 10,000 people in the group. And the cool part of it is, um, at least the people who I have had a privilege to have some conversation with, I'm very engaged in the group. So that's basically the only engagement I had with social media, was to take care of the group. For, if people are commenting, if people are asking questions, I get engaged in that. And I also still do posts, because I'm in all these beautiful places. And I have all these stories and all the metaphors that I can kind of connect things to each other. So why not? So I've been sharing things within the group about that. So the second part is along that line, that if somebody is um, are at the stage that they want to make that impact, they either want to start or they have been, but there is no place for them to go and say, hey, look at me, this is what I want to do, this is how I want to serve, this is how I want to impact, this is how I want to shine, this is how I want to show up as a lead metronome, so everybody else who wants to do the same thing can kind of resonate with me and do it with this frequency. That the second part is for those people that who want to come out and find a place that they can show up in front of all these heart-centered people and awesome people who are a good percentage, maybe about 10 to 15% of the group are coaches, creators, entrepreneurs. The rest of them are people who are hungry to learn from experts and from people who they trust within the group. So it becomes a great platform for the second group to come and do it. And then the third group are people who want to take that leadership part of it, who want to do things in the group as leaders, as people who show up in the group and perhaps facilitate things and learn how to facilitate things. Maybe they have never done such a thing, so that they can learn it and become a pro, and then they can take that also to their own platform, to their own group, so they can kind of have this space as a safe place to grow their tribe, and then develop that. And then if they choose to take it elsewhere, by all means, they get to do that. So that's what the She Aim um, program is in a nutshell.
I love that. And I know certainly many watching are going to feel that desire to do just that and have beautiful messages to be shared with the world. So, everyone that is watching that's feeling this way, please reach out to Maj and learn, because, she's walked the talk and she can do it and she can teach you how. Maj, I always ask
Mm,
everyone one question that interviews in the One Conscious Love Network is, what is one conscious love to you? What comes to mind?
mm. Well, one conscious love. I think, um, I'm a student of a course in Miracle, and in the course it says everything is either love or cry for love. So, so that's and then the response to that is if somebody is giving you love, what's the response? It's love. And if somebody's crying for love, what's the response to that? It's love. So when you're conscious, I mean, we all are human. We're all gonna fall into situations that we wanna strangle the other person or something, or we wanna get back or whatnot. But the cool part of it is that when you're conscious, then you totally get it that no matter what's coming at you, the response is love. So that to me, that would be because when you're conscious, that would be the one conscious response, which is love.
That's beautiful. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to let you enjoy the rest of your beautiful holiday. And everyone watching, please reach out to Moj and connect and grow and find your voice and your platform in the world. So thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you everyone for watching. We'll look forward to having you again, Moj, in the future. Thanks everyone. Bye
Thank you for
bye.
having me. Bye.